This week I chose to do Holes by Louis Sachar. Illustrator is Philomena Tuosto. The publisher is out of New York. It's called Francis Foster Books. Copyright date is 1998. For genre, I put fictional chapter book, and it is a Newbery Award winner. The pages have 233 pages, and the appropriate age is 10 and up. So, I'm just going to give you guys a brief summary because this is a lengthy book, so can't possibly get it all in 2 minutes. But so main character is Stanley Yelnats. He was in the wrong place at the wrong time, got charged for a crime he didn't commit. So they, instead of juvie, they send him to this place called Camp Green Lake, and what they do is they dig holes to build character. The warden that runs it has an um, underlying agenda. She wants to have them dig holes because she's on the hunt for a suitcase that is supposedly full of treasures that her grandfather told her about. Um, so they dig and they dig, and one day they found artifacts from 110 years ago before the lake dried up, and it was actually a town called Green Lake. And so they actually used this to incorporate two more stories. So the other story is about Camp Green Lake when it was a town 110 years ago. Talks about, it's like kind of like a little romance story. This African American handyman and this white school teacher, they become involved, and it's against the law for that to happen. So the guy who runs town burned down her school and killed the African American, who's Sam, that's his name. And so that's how that ties into the present day story. And Stanley Yelnats, he actually has a lot of history because the suitcase that they're trying to find belonged to his great great grandfather, who was also cursed by one of his friends made at the camp. Um, his great great grandmother, cursed Stanley's grandfather. So it all kind of ties into one. It's actually a really good story. I would read this, I would make this like a project like every year. So that's why I made my strategy or activity to be, I'd read it, like put it into parts like we are doing our literature circle group. Um, and then at the end of each part that we read, have them write a summary, kind of like the ones we do in class, or try to draw a picture, just whatever they want to summarize what happened in the chunk that they read. And then at the end, they can put it all together and hand it in like a big book report. So yeah, I would highly recommend this book.